What's up, everyone, and welcome back to another EP of the Not Fazed Talkshow. Yeah, fuck me.
It feels like it's been a while because so much shit has happened between this week and last.
Fuck, it's been a while on by. It fucking feels like a lot since tonight, since we got here.
I know for that's true.
Fucking hell. Trying to set up this for Zoom, because we'll have a couple of...
Zoom calls they're recording. Why did you do it? Why?
Thursday evening this week.
Right, okay.
Fucking yes! You'll see. Oh, boys. Fucking hell.
That'll be fun.
I'll be epic.
Yep. Right,
Right, move on.
No, yeah. So everyone, welcome to the show.
No, that's part of the show. You may just wait the Thursday. You may wait the next Wednesday. Oh, fuck. Well, what's been up with you since the last seen you?
Fuck, mate. Busy.
We had a good one Saturday night.
What happened Saturday night?
We fucking sat here for about 10 hours.
Oh, yes.
Saturday day, sorry. I keep saying night.
See, because I was off for a couple of days, sure, even whenever you dropped me off, I said, sure, I'll see you tomorrow. And you're like, mate, it's Saturday. I just thought it was Sunday for a load of time. I was like, shit, right, okay. But no, mate, fucking was very busy in fucking both job fronts at the minute. So, flat out. Started some work on some new synth sounds as well.
Did you?
Yeah, as
Nice.
I said, yeah, I'm kind of, not that I'm lacking motivation now, but I kind of feel burnt out. Like, we counted the other day, we finished 13 tracks this year. That's what our last 5 years combined, and there still wasn't 13 tracks.
No.
My brain just feels like mulch now. I don't really have any, not
Anything
creative
else to go?
ideas, but it's like, I've kind of...
No, we've finished 13 tracks, as in, like,
Yeah.
put the nail in the coffin on them. But there's there's two more there that you showed me that are not finished, like, but they're pretty much there, like.
But they're annoying, because I'm just not happy with them. And I think it's because
Yeah.
I'm in this mind frame, I'm just like, ugh, I'm not happy with anything. It all sounds shit. 'Cause whenever I let you hear them, you're like, that's class. It's like, it's not
Yeah.
at all. But yeah, just tinkering away with some wee.
It is mad,
Decent
but 13
shit.
tunes, like, it's crazy. It's been a great year for us.
As we were saying in the car on the way home the other night, that February this year, it was just like something clicked for us.
Yeah.
We've discussed this a lot on the show, but it was just something clicked in our minds. And it was like, oh, right, so that's what it all means. That makes sense. And then shit that you're learning now actually makes sense rather than going, sweet.
Fix Your Heart was the one that changed everything.
Yeah.
Whatever happened there, even like with you, with like the creative stuff, writing melody stuff, and then with me, even with the mix downs and the mastering and
Yeah.
making, like, that's what I was showing you the other night, like the kicks and all, like that's what let us down tremendously, let us down over the last few years, because we came from a subground hard sci background, which you didn't really have hard trance. You didn't really have to make kick drums.
No, it was just
It was-
take a sample,
Take a sample,
bass line, and
layer
away you
it, and put a bass in, and that's you. Like, but now we've fully made the jump to hardstyle. It's like the kicks were really letting us down. So, like, obviously that's my job in within phase 2, and I've been fucking
Yeah.
hammering it. But the same as yourself, mate. You've fucking, like, as far as being creative, and you know what it is, like, you're really fucking good at writing melodies and building tunes. It's the wee finer details that you weren't lacking on. I don't know whether it was because you just couldn't be arsed or what, but no, like the wee...
It was. That's what it was down to. It was just, I got everything to a certain point, and I was like, right, for this to then go to the next level, I'm going to have to go through this wee inch by inch, and I couldn't be fucked with it. But then once I sat down and did do it inch by inch and was like, shit, that does sound like it's worthwhile.
Yeah.
But now I've built it into my workflow, so instead of always leaving the nitpicky shit to the end, I just do it there
As
and
you
then,
go.
and just get it over and done with instead of leaving all these annoying wee jobs. And
Yeah.
then you're like, ugh, can't be fucking hold. Go on to a new one. That'll be an easier solution to this problem.
I know. But no, you've improved there. It's a fucking crazy year, mate. We're near the end of the year, like, and it's like, looking back, we sat here on Saturday night, said, we'll sit and have a good studio session, wrapped up there's four. It's 4 tunes there.
Yeah.
I've said I've wrapped one of them up 100 times, like.
Yeah.
Well,
I think we all fucking know you've wrapped it up 100
wrapped
times.
up now, like, fuck's sake. Again, that was going back through, oh no, I need to add this, I need to add that. Fucking reverse reverbs on the kicks and all there last minute, and then you took something out of it tonight.
Yeah.
So come on.
No, but that's been a bit of contentious debate from it's been built, because it was, yes, it sounds different, but does it sound different because it's never been done before, or does it sound different because it's shit? And I was always on the fence, and then I was like, right, I'm just going to delete it. And whenever we deleted it, it was like, yeah, gone.
It was definitely the shit side of that.
And it was the one thing that was the only thing that we weren't really
sure on
agreeing on or saying, because you had it yourself as well. Some days you're like, oh yeah, it's sweet, and then other days you're like, that just kills it.
But it sounds cool as fuck now.
Yeah.
But it's been absolutely epic. And mate, see, like, yes, don't get me wrong, it's fun going and playing gigs and all. That's where you make your money, everything. And like, I love it being in front of the fans and meeting new people and traveling places. Yeah. But from the very start, all we ever wanted to do
was just make music.
Was be consistently good producers.
Yeah.
Which I now think we are.
Yeah, well, that's what I always used to say to people. She used to get pissed off at me when we went to gigs. I was like, hands down, like, if I could pick anything, I'd fucking just DJ. I would produce and not DJ ever again. You're like, shut the fuck up and stop saying that, or people's never going to pick us.
That's where we get the most joy, to be fair.
But it is, again, people don't understand. Like, I know people like to go out and have a drink or have a bit of a party session or whatever. But see the feeling of working on a tune for so long, and then whenever you drop it for the first time to a room full of strangers, and they all love it, and like love it to the point where they're like, yo, here we fucking go. You're like, yes, they are actually loving this. You don't know what is about to come, but you are excited, and that is a better feeling than you'll get through anything else.
No, the one that like was the first tune we produced. It wasn't the first tune we produced that people liked, but it was the first tune because we were actually DJing consistently at this stage, was Human.
Yeah.
Mate, see that side drop, see everywhere we played it, the fucking places just erupted. All you heard was a cheer and a fucking...
And it was good, but at the end of the day, every time we dropped Human, it was fucking soul killing, because it spent like a year being made, and then once we made it, we rinsed it for about 3 years. Like, oh my god, right? Are we going to play this now? But we'll just get it out of the way and get it over and done with.
People used to joke, he's playing Human tonight. Like, of course, fucking are. It's our best tune that they did.
You heard the reaction that it gets? Fuck's sake.
Never beaten.
But there's certain DJs that I've been to see now, and I get that you have your greatest hits that people want to hear you play. But I've seen them maybe 4, 5, 6 times over the span of maybe 4 or 5 years. And they just play the same set. And you're like, right, I get that. But would that not be fucking soul destroying? Like, occasionally it's like maybe 1 or 2 new tunes because that's what you've brought out that year and it's hyped for you. But would you not just get to a point where, like, oh my god, I fucking hate this song so much?
See, music, it's different with music. Like, it just depends on the moment you're in.
Did you ever see this? Because
there was tunes that, like, talking about Human. We played Human loads of times, and I was like, fuck's it again. But then the reaction, you know what I mean? It's basically, see if there's words in it where the whole crowd's singing back. You're like, I mean, it's music. Music's timeless. Good music's timeless. It can last forever.
That's the doubt. Good music is timeless.
Oh, so what are you saying?
Our music's shit. Did you ever see Celebrity Big Brother that Bass Hunter was in? And as one of his punishments, he had to pick one of the other housemates to spend 24 hours with him, locked in a room, and they played Now You're Gone on loop for 24 even when they were sleeping, everything, and at the end of it your girl's like, I fucking hate you, and he goes, I know, I hate me too, it's okay.
Now you're gone.
Could you imagine, like, but then could you imagine one of our tunes being blasted at you for 24 hours non-stop? Like, you joke or you hate it because you're producing it and you're listening to the same bits over and over, but 24 hours of the tune on loop.
Nah, fuck that. Any fucking tune for that matter.
You would hate yourself. Like, why did you do this to me, Brian? What the fuck?
Why did you make this? You can't.
Why couldn't we have followed in your fucking childhood footsteps and been an archaeologist instead of someone that goes doof, doof, doof?
I know.
Fuck's sake. See, speaking of that, I was thinking about this on the bus this morning, right? Again, I'm fascinated with archaeology. I love all that shit. I love stuff about lost civilizations and being found. I actually read today Well, actually, this is what started it. They think they found Cleopatra's tomb.
Right.
And this is if they discover this, it'll be bigger than finding Tutankhamun's tomb. It'll just fucking be nuts.
Imagine the stuff. Imagine the booby traps.
but I got
boobies.
to thinking, right?
You fucking got a wee gigglies there whenever I say boobies.
No, because I knew you were going to say something. I was like, let's just try and segue on. We're adults here. It's okay. But no, I got to thinking about this, right? And it only twigged to me this morning after years of doing this, right? Archaeology, you're digging up dead people and putting them on display. That's when it boils down to the brass taxes of it. You're digging up a body and you're putting it on display. Like, you wouldn't go and dig up your fucking granny and put her on display in the living room.
She'd be rotting by then. Because they're mummified.
I mean, like, no, not even all mummies in Egypt, but like you look at all the Incan civilizations where they find all the people buried in the sand and all, they're just skeletons, but they get put in a fucking museum. Like, what's going to happen in 3,000 or 4,000 years when we're all tatty bread, civilizations moved on, if we haven't nuked ourselves to death by then? Are they going to like find things about fucking, I don't know, Kim Kardashian and find out where she's buried and then be like, this is the mighty Kim, and put her in a fucking museum? Or like some presidents or Boris Johnson, imagine taking up that cunt's grave. Like, this guy was the one that fucked Britain.
He loved the party.
But that's all it is. We're just digging up famous leaders from the past. It's not like these
most of them aren't even famous, to be fair. Like,
no, but
you know what I mean?
But they're rulers of their country. They're people who changed history in one way, shape, or form, and modernised civilization to what we know now.
Yeah, the ones that are, I get what you mean, but like, see, most of the ones that they got, mate, they just fucking put them in black bags, throw them away.
But again, you're not. That's what a cemetery's for. Like, you're not going to desecrate a cemetery. Like, again, in thousands of years, when they find all these fucking, like, oh, we found the workers' graves that helped fucking build the pyramids, are they going to go up the Rose Lawn when it's like 20 foot under soil? We found a mass plot of all these people who lived in Belfast. Well, of course they lived in fucking Belfast. It's only right the corner. I
know, but will graveyards be a thing in 200 years? I hear what you're saying.
Well, no, they definitely won't be, because there's fucking barely any room in the ones that there is now. You're going to be fucking getting sent out to sea soon. Off you go, get eaten by the fish.
Targaryens? No, the Targaryens get burnt to death.
Oh, did they?
Oh, it was, what was it? One of the other ones, they went out in a boat. They went out in a fucking like a raft thing. Like the Vikings.
I was going to say it's like a Viking ritual. Shoot the arrows at it.
Tell you what, the old Viking fucking thing's crazy on that. Did you watch it, the TV show Vikings?
No.
I didn't. My wee brother watched it. He said it was really good. And I watched like the first season, but never carried on. Yeah. It was like obviously historically accurate to a point, but then the
dramatization of a historically accurate event.
But it did seem to be good. Like, where they were coming to like the shore off like Somerset or something, was it, and just raiding the fucking monks.
But that the thing I love about the Vikings is there's been Viking monuments and Viking coins found inland in America and right into the heart of America.
I seen something about that actually.
They won't accept that the Vikings landed there, and they're like, why?
Columbus.
There is the proof. Like, oh, but is
it really
Vikings?
They definitely inhabited Greenland, and it's only a kick me arse off Greenland till there.
Aye, but that's another thing as well. Do you know why Iceland and Greenland are called Iceland and Greenland?
Because it was Greenland at the time.
No. Why? See, that's what everybody thinks, right? The Vikings were smart fucks. So they found Iceland, and then they found Greenland, and they were like, if we name this Iceland, nobody will come here because they'll think it's all ice, but it's fucking great. But we'll name that icy place that we found Greenland, so everybody who comes looking for it will go and get fucked in this ice place.
Is that true?
I swear to God, man. True bill. It's like geniuses. I found out where Romania came from as well. So that was when you were in the Roman army.
Yeah.
Whenever you finished your service to the Roman army, depending on where you were, in the chain of command, they give you a plot of land for you to go live on.
Yes.
But by the time the Roman army didn't be needed, that's terrible English.
Fucking
hell. Been in the shangle for too long. Didn't be needed, mate.
Didn't be needed anymore.
All of Italy had been given away, so it was all the shitty bottom of the ladder ones, and they had this bit of land, so they named it Romania and give it to these people, and that's why Romania was in existence.
Aye, so it's obviously similar to Rome.
Aye.
You know what I mean?
It's like adjacent to, and they're like, "I was sure you can have that," but it was all shitty land, so they're like, "Aye, fuck us."
I used to take that there. Thanks for your service, sir. At least now, well, it's better. At least they got a bit of land. Now you fucking veterans are on the street begging.
Well, that's it.
Doing fucking 2 tours in Iraq, no
See
legs.
as well with the government, they're like, "Oh, well, we're going to try and help with this, but see all that whenever you die tax, we're going to increase that." So it's like, so whenever you snuff it, the government are going to try and take more money off you now. Like, hi, fuck yous.
I mean, fucking try and get that, what is it, 30 billion or something back?
60 billion?
60 billion? I know what you do.
Speaking of fucking
it's
billions,
easy, mate. Know how you fucking fix that there.
Every time someone speaks about the cost of living, you fucking hit them a slap.
No, you just invade Ireland again.
Oh, fuck.
Be a few fucking... Ooh.
But speaking of billions, see all that shit coming out now about the World Cup bids? And it's like,
it's wild, isn't
someone spent 15 billion on their bid, and they spent 220 billion. But like, the fact that that's
it's
not
madness.
even for the World Cup, that is for your right to be granted the World Cup. These people are paying, like, all countries paying between 10 and 15 billion. Fuck that. Football is a load of fucking corrupt.
But see, even this Qatar one, like, this Qatar one's great. I watched the documentary about it. Like, see the many people died. Like,
aye.
It's fucking crazy. Like, and there was this guy, he was, I'm going to butcher this, but he was
of course,
like,
your best
he was working, like, at, for, like, the World Cup thing, like, saying about, like, the safety and all of the places, and he had to report back to, like, the Qatari things, and he was like, this is crazy. So he went down. They were protesting because the workers there hadn't been paid in like 4 months. So they went on a protest, and all this guy done was go down to do his job, find out what was going on, so he could go back and tell the Qataris, like, this is what they're saying. So he went down, videoed it, told, we were like, we haven't been paid in 4 months. So he went back and told him, and they fucking put him in jail for 10 years.
Holy shit.
All he was doing was his job. Like, he was like a journalist that was reporting to, like, the Qatari government, and his brother's in Jordan or something. He's obviously on the blower on all the news channels saying this is what's going on. Like, they basically told him, "You think you're getting a lawyer here? If a lawyer comes here, he's getting his legs broke or something."
He's going in beside you.
It's fucking madness.
But again, if somebody's going to pay you 220 billion, that's why it's in winter. Fuck all it. Oh, it's too warm for them to play in the summer.
Yep,
it's like,
and
well,
they were saying Seth Blatter was fucking corrupt. Your new boy, he fucking sorted all this.
220 billion. They're like, oh, the world's fucking money crisis. And it's like, oh, but we'll pay you 220 billion to play football. Fuck off.
That's madness.
That's why I've lost interest in football. Like, it's just such.
It's nothing to do with United being shite, no.
No, mate. I'm not a fucking. If United were shit, I would still follow. I've followed Northern Ireland my whole life, and they're shite. You know what I mean? It's just the fact that these people are overpaid ponces.
But that there, what you're saying, that's not the footballer's problem. That's FIFA, like.
No, FIFA, I know that there, but in general, like, football is full with too much money.
They've ruined the full season of football. Now, see, in fairness, as an Arsenal fan, this is probably the best thing that could happen, because now
all your players are going to get injured.
There's only like 5 of them away.
Oh, right, okay.
So most of them are getting a break.
Yeah.
So they come back. We come back in after the fucking World Cup, fresh as a daisy. Go on a charge for the league. Get Yuri Tillemans in midfield.
That's all right. That would be a good signing.
Mate,
I always signed
that week, mate, I had a bad feeling that week, as in, like, oh, fuck, like, Chelsea away. This is a banana skin. Fucking piece of piss, mate.
See, I haven't heard you this enjoyment of football in a long time. Like,
great, mate.
And you're like, oh, you just don't like football.
Mate, I'm just waiting. Don't get me wrong, mate. I'm waiting on the bubble to burst, like, but it just hasn't.
You just don't really have good backup, though, do you?
Well, this is the thing. Whenever Saka went off injured last week, and Reece Nelson come on, who's a fucking kid, and he scored 2 and assisted 1. So there's backup.
You're playing a shite Chelsea team, though.
No, that was the week before that. We won 5-0 that game. He scored 2.
And who's he playing?
Nottingham Forest.
Oh, shit.
Did they not beat you? But they beat Liverpool too. Like, they beat Liverpool the week before at Anfield.
Aye, but that's a whole different fucking kettle of fish we could get down to there with the being Liverpool, mate, you know what I mean?
Ha ha ha, you scouse fucks.
Do you see they're getting sold as well?
Man, I can't believe we got that sorted, mate.
Got what sorted?
You know what?
Mate, we've sorted an awful lot of stuff. I was loving life that I fixed every technical problem that got through at me tonight.
Well, give you a hint. We've got such a guest coming on the podcast.
I don't really think it's too much of a hint or a guess. Like, if a bit of common sense kicks in, then it should be all right.
He's not going to be with us next week, look. Jason P.
Yeah.
That'll be another one. Nah, mate, fucking right. The boys are back in town.
They are, man.
What have you got to talk about then, big man?
None of your business.
Let's hear you.
The reason why DJs don't do dishes, because they never go near the sink.
I had that in the back pocket, mate. I was waiting for you to give me grief. The way you always give me grief about fucking not doing anything in the house. I was like, because I'm a real DJ. I had it in the back pocket waiting. Now, it might not have been the night, but it might have been sometime in the future.
No, man, I love a good dad joke.
So do I. As you can tell.
What they have, yeah. I was reading as well today that did you ever hear that Snoop Dogg had a professional blunt roller? Like hired someone.
Like fucking 30 grand a year or something like that.
She's come out and started.
Was it a she? I just assumed it was a fella.
No, she's come out and started slobbering about him. But she wasn't. I don't think she was intending to slobber. It all seems to be very cordial. But she went on to some chat show because she's still working for him now. Yeah. And she was like, he smokes 75 to 150 blunts a day. I've rolled 500,000 blunts in the last 4 years. And he smokes half a pound of weed a day. Now, I don't know if this was the news getting it wrong from a week or a day, but half a pound of weed a day is fucking nigh on impossible. So then Snoop came out and was like, the fuck you talk about, bitch? And he started like showing on TikTok his ashtray going, there's 10 roaches, that's what I've smoked today, 10 blunts. I would die if I smoked half a pound a day. You're crazy, what's this about? But then they started investigating, and he'd said in interviews like back 2 or 3 years ago, he's like, yeah, I would smoke about 70 blunts a day. And he like put up on Twitter and all, being like, oh, on blunt 81 of the day. And you're like, right. So who's telling the truth here? Is your woman who fucking does it for a living and probably has blisters on her fingers from rolling blunts all day? Or is it you who gets high on half a pound of weed a day and you can't remember what the fuck's
it is,
on?
but she's seen his story where he said, I smoke 80 blunts a day or whatever. So she's just going off on that.
She's
do you know what I mean?
Though, like,
I know, but
she should know.
She's just doing it as in like someone's asked her the question and he's went, oh well, I remember he said he smoked 80 in a day. I'm just gonna go with that. Do you know what I mean?
I would reckon it's Snoop Dogg. Do you know the story?
Just hyperbole, mate. That's all it is. She's just talking in hyperbole because of what he said.
Look at you using big fancy words. What's hyperbole mean?
Exaggerating.
Are you hyperboleing your fucking intelligence right now? Are you?
I'm exaggerating my intelligence. I just learn words to make me sound fucking smarter.
But you think about Pablo Escobar and all those stories. He's like, he spent $1 million on elastic bands for his money. Like, imagine how much money Snoop Dogg spends on fucking papers and blunt skins.
Hey, that's when you create your own business.
Yeah.
Invest in just send me a sponsorship.
I would dare say that he's invested in some amount of marijuana companies. If he hasn't, then
of course, mate. He'll be endorsed. See what you're saying? See, like the blunt rolls and all. They'll be just sending him. They'll be sending him them.
I would say he probably doesn't even buy his own weed anymore. Like, people probably just give him it because he like sponsored and all for it.
It's like us, mate. People just started giving us clothes and shit for no reason.
Speaking of which, don't forget to check out our sponsors.
Do you want clothing? Link in the description.
That was good. We segue, mate. I like that. Well in.
I'm learning.
Well in.
But you know what I mean? I mean, see once you're famous like that there. Not only do you have all the money in the fucking world,
when you've got
you don't have to buy anything anyway.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh, here, have you ever heard of this fucking soft drink? Oh, here, we'll send you a fucking lifetime supply cases if you got a warehouse.
Yeah.
Do you like, I see you like fucking drinking Grey Goose vodka. There you go, there's a couple of fucking crates of it.
Speaking of which, check out our sponsor. But that's how the rich stay rich, because people are like, oh, we'll send you our shit for free. Don't worry about it. You're too busy to have time to spend your money.
That's it. And again, you get most of it for free. But again, what I was saying, the poor people spend their money to survive. The middle class buy stuff that depreciates in value, like cars, fucking, you know what I mean? Like, it always goes down in money, it goes down in value, and barbecues for your back, or fucking gazebos, you know what I mean? All that, as soon as you buy it, it decreases, but rich people buy stuff like houses that fucking make them money. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? They just sit and live off it.
Cars is a funny one. Because, right, see the way you have vintage and classic cars now? They weren't classic back then, so you are right in a certain sense. You could buy a car, it'll depreciate in value, but then in 50 years, people could get a hard-on for that model of car again. Like, oh, but that's a classic. And you're like, oh, I've got a fucking original sitting out in the garage. And then, lo and behold, you're
not going to, because what you're going to do is you're going to trade that car in to get something new.
Yeah.
I mean, most people are getting them on finance. They're not even.
That's what I mean. You don't know something's going to be a classic unless.
That's it. And mate, there's that much. I'm like, see, like my Audi A4 Avant. Mate, in Northern Ireland alone, there's probably about fucking 10,000 of them. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's the scale of the product. And see as well now, like the way they're talking about a car shortage.
Yeah.
It's not. They just don't want it. They're not making no more.
That's because of the whole petrol agreement. In 2030, there'll be no petrol cars.
It's not even that. They're not even. The companies can make them, no problem. It's just they're not, because there's a car shortage. The dealership will then, instead of paying fucking, let's just say $100,000 for these 2 cars, you have to pay now $200,000 for 2 cars.
Yeah.
So instead of sending 4 cars for $200,000, they're sending 2 for. They don't need to do it. They're genuinely holding them back.
But it is, mate. If you've made a promise that you're going to get rid of petrol cars by 2030, you have to figure certain
no
things
chance in it
out.
There's no chance that happens.
It's the same way that here's a fucking conspiracy theory for you that somebody put to me, right? Somebody that doesn't even believe in conspiracy theories and thinks they're all out of bollocks, but they hit me with this, right? All houses that they're building now, right? All new builds, are all designed for smaller families. Because they don't want people having more kids because the population's fucked.
Yeah. Not only that, they're
building flats and like 3.
It's so you can stack them on top of each other. See, if you go outside in Northern Ireland,
they've only got like two or 3 bedrooms, so you can have maybe 1 or 2. That's it. Like, I mean, you're not seeing developers going and building big houses.
It's not worth
and all
the
that
money
shit.
for them.
Yeah.
But see what it is, right? See if you leave Northern Ireland, mate, you know yourself. Like, see if you go any city in Europe, it's built up. It's not built. It's not built the way we're in quite a unique position here. Same with the north of England and Scotland and Wales as well to a certain extent. But it's not only out there. I was talking to a builder, a guy building. He's like, see most things they build these days.
Sorry, did you say I was talking to a builder, a guy who does building?
That's what
we didn't need the fucking dictionary explanation of a builder.
He was saying, see where they're building all these new Spar garages and fucking like they built a McDonald's around there in Tesco's car park just behind my house. Built it in month and a half, say. But what he told me was, see all these things are building, like, and all the big, like, couple of story things and all in the town. Says they're only built, they have a shelf life of about 25 years. They're bringing them in. See at McDonald's around there, they brought it in like Lego.
It's like flat pack.
It's like flat pack buildings. I swear to fuck. I see him, there's a Spar up in Mollusk getting built, and there's one at the bottom of road too. They're bringing in trailers, boom, up in no time. But the problem with that is bricks and mortar stay. Like, my house has been built for 70 years. Not a fucking issue. That will start to crumble.
Yeah.
But the way the developers are thinking, right, if we build this now for X amounts of pounds cheaper, yes, we're going to get 25 years out of it, but then we'll already made that money back by renting it out.
Yeah.
So we'll just then update it in 25 years and we'll save money.
In the next 25 years, how many times is McDonald's going to remodel their brand? Like, you think about what McDonald's was when we were kids. There was a wee play area and all. You had all the different characters, the clown, the entice you in. And now, over the years, they've tried to get away from that. We can't be advertising to kids because kids are going to get fat and we can't get sued for this. So like, we'll give you some carrots with your hamburger. Took away the clown and made it a bit more green, like dull green and brown.
Took away the plastic straws of fucking knobs.
Yeah.
I fucking hate cardboard ones.
Where were we?
But see, one of the things I see the way people give McDonald's shit. I seen this online. Like, people give McDonald's shit, but see, McDonald's is probably it's not obviously it's just carbohydrates and fat. There's no protein in what you're eating at all. But it's probably the safest food to eat because they had that much bad PR over the years. McDonald's will not let that get in the way. So, see if you go in and say, you go in, there's a hair, boom. See you go to McDonald's about any issue, they'll change it right away. But this guy was like a nutritionist, and what he's saying is it's probably the safest because they don't want another.
It's the best of the best.
The best of the best shit food.
Because they've had too much bad PR and they can't afford.
They don't want. It's took them like I think he said like 8 or 9 years now to get the trust back in the public, because apparently there was a stage. I never stopped eating it, but there was a stage where a lot of people were like, fuck God, did you see him putting all them chickens in the blender? Do you remember that video?
I do agree with you, because since the whole thing came out about KFC beating the fuck out of chickens and they've changed their ways, it doesn't taste the same. It's fucking not as nice anymore.
KFC's ruined it.
KFC, they've changed their chips and they stopped
I like the skin on fried chips, to be fair, but since they stopped battering chickens, I like fucking hurt chickens.
See the horse burgers and all came out.
Love them.
That whole scandal about the horse meat. They were fucking awesome.
Unbelievable. I used to go to Iceland, right? She used to work all the time and I didn't work, so I used to go to Iceland and get this wee 6-pack of burgers, and I used to just fuck them in the oven. Yep. And then, I remember it was all over the news and all about horses, and I was like, fuck, that's a bit weird.
But went
down to Iceland, mate, and they weren't there, and I said, the girl says, that's the fucking horse meat. And I was like, you're bollocks, I love horses,
But we're the weird ones, so everywhere else in Europe is quite happy to have horses and eat them.
I think what the problem was is it was beef.
It
was advertised as beef, not horse meat.
Yeah, but they also realised that there was other shit like horse medicine that was in the food as well, because the horses were getting fucking jabbed.
That's a good thing about the UK compared to America. We have grass-fed beef. You drive anywhere in Northern Ireland in the countryside, you see the cows out feeding on the grass. I'm sure they do give them some sort of antibiotics, but it's not like they're not just sitting in a pen feeding them loads of shit and fattening them up as much as possible. They're free range over here. I think British and Irish beef, all that's pretty free range.
It's all horses.
Have
you ever
all the horses are?
You think about it. All over the world, they always talk about British and Irish beef. Everywhere here, British and Irish beef. But you see loads of cows, but you never see many fucking horses, mate.
That's because they're in the fucking slaughterhouses.
The cows are like fucking fake news. It's like, put the cows in the field and we'll fucking feed them the horses. It's okay. Make them be cold and feed them horses. Merry fucking Christmas, Britain.
Well, I like horse. Honestly, mate, I would eat them burgers again.
Oh yeah. Sweat. But then the question begs, there was the whole, again, do
you ever see the meme where it's like a fucking billboard and where do you draw the line, and someone drew the line between horses and pigs?
Oh, yes.
It goes like cat, dog, blah, 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 up to like fucking, all the farm animals. It goes, where do you draw the line? Some header went, boom, and drew the line right down the fucking, between the farm animals, mate. It's funny as fuck.
But there was, apart from the fact that, yes, it was being advertised as beef and it wasn't beef, you go to that Christmas market and you would eat a kangaroo, or you'd eat a crocodile, or you'd eat all this other shit, but yet people are disgusted by the thought of a horse burger. It's like,
man's favourite food's pussy.
That's a whole different type of burger altogether.
Fuck's sake.
Did you see that coming back?
Cunts.
I said something to Nicole last night, and I'm going to say it here on the podcast, and it's a very unpopular opinion, right? And I don't really care. The Christmas market's shite.
I agree.
I've
been in it like twice my whole life.
Like, you can go and have a nice pint. The flavoured beers are nice. After
don't lie to yourself, they're not nice at all.
For one,
just get a Copperberg for fuck's sake and man up.
That's what I mean. Like, it's a novelty. Other than that, it's the same shit that they're selling. That's
it costs you fucking £80 for a fucking round. It's wild. It's shite. There's Dutch pancakes round in the far corner every year where they put. There's like.
But
that's
nice.
Overpriced for it's a fiver for like fucking 4 pancakes, and like you go,
and they're gone.
Gone.
Yeah. Mate, it's just, I get that but it's Christmas and it's that, it's like, I know, but it doesn't matter.
Christmas to me is fucking in the house. I want to put my Christmas tree up.
No, you don't.
No, I don't. They do. They're torturing me. I'm like, you can do it after the event.
My rule in the house is you don't discuss Christmas until after the 31st of October.
Go ahead, Scrooge.
No, fuck that. Halloween
it's after.
Because my sister's all about, when we're doing Christmas dinner and all. It's like, we're doing it after the fucking 1st of November when I'll discuss this with you. Fuck off.
Do a Christmas dinner for Not Fazed.
I think the boys were all talking about going out for Christmas.
I've seen that.
Christmas work dinner. You never went to the last one.
No,
the social
I'll
fuck.
go
It was good. It was good crack. I enjoyed it.
Depending on the date, obviously.
It was the 16th, but it's also my family Christmas dinner on the 16th. But I didn't know this because I told them I wouldn't speak to them until after the 1st of November. And so as much as I love you boys, I don't think my family will find it an excuse.
Is that when it's happening, the 16th?
No, I think it might be happening that weekend. It's undecided. So
what day is the 16th?
The Friday.
So the Saturday then?
Yeah.
Aye.
But
Saturday suits me better.
But even that, like, people go out to the Christmas market for their work day, and you're like, ha, fuck off.
I know.
Get yourself on.
See, I used to work on CD. It was brilliant. Used to bring you the Brooklyn Square.
Into where?
Brooklyn Square, you call it. It was no like in Shaftesbury Square, big restaurant. You used to go in. It closed down now, like, but it used to go in. Like used to book like a whole floor. That's what it did. There's about fucking 25 of us. Like the fucking company paid for everything. Went in, just like our boss Norman would have had the fucking credit card of the company.
Aye.
And he went like, right, go ahead. And I remember the first year I went. This was years ago, like whenever I worked there. And it goes, right, what do you want? And he goes, "Hey lads, if you're getting pints, it's not fair if you're getting double vodkas and all, and everyone's getting pints. Like you're not getting the same value and all." As me right dead on when I went in, but I was blocked. And I was like, after about 4 double vodkas later, he came up and went, "What the fuck did I tell you? Everyone's drinking pints and you're knocking double vodkas are like £8 a go."
I can't have pints. And see all the.
I'm fucking diabetic.
All the weed in it.
He's fucking fuming.
I can't take South Park seriously now because of you. Because I'm Scott Malcolmson, like a diabetes. Every time he comes in, and they're just like, "Shut up, Scott! You got diabetes." And they just give him so much grief, and every time it's like, "That's surgery right there."
Fucking right, mate. Up the DB crew.
I found out another random health fact. Since we're fucking newly qualified doctors in this show,
bro science.
Now this, I don't know how true this is, right? Have you ever heard of the program 60 Days In? Right, so what the premise of this show is, they take General Joe blogs and stick them in a jail for 60 days.
Yes, I actually have heard it.
Right. So there was a girl went in the female jail, and there was an outbreak of lice, and everyone was freaking out, and she wasn't. Then she did start really panicking, and now this was a black girl has said this, so I don't want it to come across as racist or ignorant, but this was her information that she put out on a TV program. I was like, fuck off,
get your screen record ready, folks. Cancel Dave.
So, do you know the way we can obviously pick up lice and they would transfer to us on our heads if the kids came home from school or anything and there was a lice breakout, we're fucked pretty much. Black people are highly unlikely to get lice because of the way that their hair is. However, if there is lice, they'll get crabs. Didn't know this. It's like, what the fuck?
Oh, that's weird, alright.
So that's what her concern then became on the show. She's like, hold on a second, I can't get this in my hair, but I don't want fucking crabs. It's like, what?
Shave your mini in, the fuck's sake.
That's
mate,
mad.
See what you say. It's only been like recent, like last few years, where it was actually Heather told me that like most people were weaves. They don't have. They don't have her.
Because there was another one of the girls was in with a black girl, and see what she looked in. She was pretty much bald, and then she came in for the after show, where they discussed what happened and all the changes that they made in the jails. And she had the fucking hair down to here, and you're like, that's not that girl that's been there for the last fucking 6 weeks. Fuck away off.
I didn't know that.
Neither did I. See, what she said it as well. I was like,
but has that been like a thing all the way through history, or is that?
It's got something to do with because of the way black people's hair, the texture is like the way ours is a lot finer.
Yeah.
And theirs would be more sort of afro-y, or this is going to sound so bad. Sorry, guys, but
we're not qualified to talk about this.
Whatever way the texture of the hair is, that's why lice find it harder or something to attach to them or whatever. But pubes are pubes.
Well, what they do say is, we're leaving it out here. They say that all white people smell like wet dog.
No, that's just being stereotypical. I'm giving it a fact that somebody put on TV. Like,
so you smell like a wet dog. You're racist. No, that's interesting.
Is that going to be the name of the show? You smell like a wet dog. You racist.
Fuck's sake. No, that's interesting as fuck. But it's mad how there's so many
the genetics
different
of everything.
of humans.
I would never have thought of that.
Nah. Crazy. Mate,
But
do you want me to tell you my medicinal fucking stories?
do I want to hear your medicinal stories? That's...
Wait, my only thing is everyone should be taking medicinal.
I agree with you to a certain bit. I don't think everybody should be taking it.
No, everyone should take it.
There's people who definitely shouldn't because it would send their head boogly.
See, it doesn't... I feel nothing. I just haven't yawned since fucking Friday.
You say that, but see people who are like proper angst up anxiety or something. Imagine that being ramped up.
I suppose.
You're doing all that shit that you can do really fast, but at the same time you're now 10 times as anxious about it. Fuck, I'm trying to do this.
It's crazy. So for a bit of context, there's a drug called modafinil that the film Limitless was made after. Now, obviously, Limitless is fucking exaggerated the fuck. So rewind, let's say 3 weeks ago, I was fucking...
It's like the way the movie
I'd come home and fell asleep for like an hour and then got up and fucking footed about. I was trying to go to bed. I couldn't sleep because I dozed off because I was that tired. So I couldn't sleep at night, and it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. I was flicking through TikTok, and a video popped up. Some fella explained about modafinil, how like it makes you focus and blah blah, fucking keeps you awake. I was like, fuck, I need something out in my life. So I started googling and found out it was legal in the UK. So I found a website you could buy it off, and then I came. Obviously, I guess fast forward now till Friday.
Yeah.
Just Friday there. I was at a funeral. Came back about 3:30. Get into the house 3:30, they were sitting there, and me fucking up bang one about 4:30. Went out to the studio, and for a bit of context, see whenever I'm in the studio, normally I'll fuck about for an hour and then I'll go into the house and see what everyone's at. And then I'll come out here again and fuck about for a bit and then I'll go in and munch on something or do something. Fucking 3:30 or 4:30 say, and then Heller phoned me at like 12:30, 1 saying, I'm going to bed here. And I went, what?
Yeah.
And see the fucking, I made kicks. I've fucking finished them 3 tunes. I'll see me right. Alright, no worries, love. I'll be in shortly. Fucking, I said dead on. Shortly was like 4:30. I ended up walking out of here in the morning. Went into the house. Went to bed about 4:30, 5. But I mean, I didn't sleep right away because I took it. I woke up at 7 because she was working with the kids. And then went all day again, met you. Fucking, and like, I was sweet, like.
You were.
But it's not only the staying awake thing is the thing. Like, you don't feel like you're taking anything.
It's like pro plus times 100.
100, aye.
That's it. You don't feel anything,
It's
but you
the
get so
focus.
much shit
The
done.
focus is the thing that I'm like, see, whenever you're driving, you're like, oh, I can feel every wee bump on the road here. Like, but I literally sat on the computer and didn't blink once. It was like, boom, just boom, 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 boom. Crazy.
I've only ever took it twice, but it was years ago, and
I remember now you saying about it loads, and then remember I told you the other night I ordered that.
Took it.
I told you the other night, or like Halloween night or something. I said I got that stuff for. Have you ever heard of that? And you said, oh, I went, fuck, is that? Aye, because what is the other one? Adderall.
Aye, but that's
speed.
Shit.
That's just like speed. This is crazy. Like,
as I've said to you, it's not something that should be taken like coffee. It should be done when you're proper exhausted. If you start taking it, then you become reliant on it. Like,
this is the thing.
I've watched people become reliant on it, and that's more scary because they don't know whether they're in limbo or not, and that was bad shit.
It's not physically addictive, so you don't get addictive physically, but it can become like, oh shit.
But you can see how
mentally
addicted you get to how like, you're sitting there being like, I've done 20 things. Like I took a modafinil. And because I was renting a house off somebody when they were away doing something. We'll try and leave it as vague as fuck so the person doesn't know who it is. But I took one and I cleaned the entire house from top to bottom. So there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rooms. So like kitchen, living room, dining room.
I was going to say, a fucking mansion.
And the stairs, right? In 5 hours, proper like spring clean, hoovered, dusted, fucking all proper shit on mirrors, everything. Like I've never cleaned anywhere either before or after the way I cleaned this fucking housemate. And see, in 5 hours, I was like, how the fuck did I just do that? And then you sat down, you're like, nah, can't sit. There's something else I could be doing. What else needs done? I know, we'll go and do this pointless fucking exercise. She said you wrote a list of what you did.
I made a kick
no reason.
for no reason whatsoever, because I made a list of everything I'd done making this kick. So it was like, right, stick an inflator on the master, use serum, transpose, add EQ and distort, mess around with frequencies around 3,000 hertz. What the fuck?
It's just your brain just stays active.
The whole fucking... And
I love how you're showing it on camera well.
There's absolutely no reason why I should have done that, because if I want to know how to redo that kick, I just need to go into the project file, because there's like each stage of it was made, and it's like why?
Your brain just...
And then, see, on the Sunday too, so like I dropped you... What time we leave the studio? What time do you get in on Saturday night?
I get in... I would say just before 11.
So I literally was on 2 hours sleep. We done that. I dropped you off in. Now I came straight home and I did go to bed. And then I got up again early the next day. I was going to do engineer for a band CD recording thing. And I was in, like, I got there at 10 a.m. and didn't get back home till like 8:45 that night. And I took one that morning. And I, like, don't get me wrong, like, see if I hadn't been as focused, there would have been a few times I was pulling my hair out. I mean, I literally sat there and fucking nailed the life out of everything I was doing that day.
I'm so glad you said everything else I was doing that day. That was going to be a really weird conversation we were getting into.
19 it was actually 21 tracks recorded, but 19 tracks, but it was 21 recordings, because it was like a solo, like a pipe and drums and all, you know what I mean? And I was like, fucking hell, that's madness, mate. And obviously, I have to order more, because I only ordered 10 and I'm near out now.
See,
I didn't take one yesterday and it fucking killed me.
You hate me travelling the day after a gig.
There you go.
There's the solution right there. Wake up, give me a modafinil, and stick a laptop in front of me, and I'll make that sleepy time productive as fuck.
It's crazy, man. I'm saying I'm not going to do it all the time, but they'd see sometimes we get a good day in here together, mate. See if you just fucking take half, because they're 200 milligrams.
The problem with that is, if you take a modafinil and I take a modafinil, and then we were both wanting to do shit, we're going to end up fighting.
You have your laptop and I have the thing. You can go back and forward if really needs to be.
It's true.
It's crazy, but it's scary. I can't, like, see, I'm underselling it here. See, whenever I say the focus, like, you don't even know what you're doing. You're just, like, all I knew was, I wanted to have a kick. This kick here.
You make it sound like you're out of it. You know exactly what you're doing. It's the fact that it's like life.
You're not complaining about it. You're not like thinking about taking a break. You're just focusing on the
Facebook,
next.
Or you don't be like, oh, what's this here? You're like, I'm doing this task and I'm doing it to completion. Go.
Yes, you go from one thing to the next. Right, clap.
Snare. And it's 100%.
100%.
Like 100 mile an hour the whole time. It's not like, right, I'll get myself, I'll go make a wee cup of tea. It's all the wee stupid niggly things you can do.
Packing a Monster Munch.
Yeah, like, oh, right, I've done a wee bit here, I'll go out for a smoke, or I've done a wee bit here, I'll go and do this here. And you're just like, right, I'm going to sit and do this. And a few hours later, it's done. You're like, wasn't it amazing what you could do if you don't add all those other wee fucking things in?
And like, I want to emphasize again, as you say, because I did make it sound like you're out of it. No, you're completely normal. There's not a thing. You don't feel anything at all. The only thing you will notice, you'll notice that you've got this extra gear you can go into. Like you're pushing where before you would have took a wee smoke. You would have took a, you know what I mean?
You would actively find ways to take a break from whether it's fucking I'm going to walk the dog or I'm going to go and do the dishes. You would actively find a way to
see. Real DJs don't do the dishes because use a sync button. Only you hadn't ruined it earlier.
Your delivery definitely could have been better on that. Like, I'm sorry for fucking ruining it.
Forgot about the quote. I forgot the actual quote.
That's alright.
But no, fucking, I would advise everyone to fucking get on it.
No, you can't be saying that. Disclaimer: don't everybody be getting on it. If you need a bit of productive help, if you're in investigate it and look into it. There you go. That's definitely saved the sweet bit. We're okay.
Yeah, modafinil. That's what it's called. Fucking great. But yeah, fucking. Took one today, like I didn't take one yesterday, and it fucking murdered me yesterday.
I felt like I took a modafinil earlier whenever I sorted out those 3 technical problems all in a row with stuff I don't know how to work. I actually felt like a fucking god.
It turns out most of the problems that needed updated, OBS too, like.
Yeah, I like the new OBS.
It looks cool as fuck on that.
That's some good content right there, isn't it? Oh, that's fucking OBS. That's really good, isn't it? It's fucking fantastic the way they changed the wee buttons and all. Looks great, so it does. Fuck away off.
Well, at least the other thing's working for Thursday.
Aye, that was the big fucking problem. It was annoying. So, did I tell you fucking I came home the other day and they were doing arts and crafts and the child had glued the fucking deck of cards together? Mate, I was raging. I couldn't deal with it.
No. Why?
Oh, lost on you.
Glued the deck of cards together?
Yeah, I couldn't deal with it.
Very good.
Well, clearly it wasn't. You fucking idiot.
I know you had to explain it to me, but I thought you were being serious. It's not like you to tell a joke. You caught me unaware.
Oh, sorry.
Your delivery was shite.
We'll edit that out, will we? We'll start again.
Start again. Here, Dave. I fucking came home the other day.
What happened, mate?
Fucking kids glued the deck of cards together.
Oh, wankers, man. Bet you couldn't deal with it. Fuck you, you're not stealing my thunder, you dick.
Oh, fuck
I love
me.
that joke. Someone told me that and I was like, fuck me, that was brilliant.
I was taking it literally. Like,
Oh,
I was like, oh, he's going to go into full chaos here about how he fucking wrecked the house because he couldn't get the fucking cards apart. That's my Jack.
I'll teach you to do that, you cunt. Oh, mate, I forgot to tell you, we went out over Halloween, a place at a big pumpkin patch place, Mount Panther.
Right.
And I had talked about this on the show before, but I forgot to tell you the story. And Nicole will be raging at me for telling this story because I've told it a few times to a few people, and I tell it the exact way the story happened. And Nicole's, but she's making excuses for the child. The child done something really daft, and I was like, no, she fucking ruined it. She literally had her big moment, and she fucked it. I am ashamed of what she done there, but it's okay. We'll build a bridge and get over it. So the child runs about singing and dancing, as you know. She's quite the fucking wee show off when it comes to that, right? Again, having a girl, you will know how many times the girls will sing Let It Go and all that there shit. Like, they know every fucking word to it, all the actions, all the fucking whatever, right? So as we're walking about this Halloween...
to be fair.
Oh, so do I, man. You can't help it. It's there. Walking around this pumpkin patch thing, and they had like a wee disco for all the kids to go and thing, and they were singing Let It Go, but some woman came into the crowd and was letting kids sing a wee line or two each, right? And I was like, right, Ruby, look, they're letting you sing, and sort of explained to her, right, this is the crack, they're going to give you the microphone. You're singing the song anyway now beside us, just you sing into it, right? And I was like, yes, she gets her fucking moment. This is going to be it. This is going to be her saying that she can have the spotlight. And not only that, I realised the way that she was doing it, she was going to get the best part of the song. She was going to get, the cold never bothered me anyway. But Ruby loves getting really emotional and the shit. So it's like, this is it, kid. This is what you've been practicing for. And the microphone came to her and she went, and just walked off. I said, what the fuck just happened? That was not my child. What?
Oh, no.
And Nicole's like, oh, you done your best. It's like, no, you didn't. No. We know that she could do better than that. This is
fucking
not good
every
parenting.
day. Have you heard her?
Mate, it was just, I just thought you had a stroke or something. It's like,
see now, but whenever you're older, I've seen both my kids freeze in that moment. But see now, not necessarily that, but like in things where like I know that they want to do it and they can do it and they freeze. And I'm like, why? No, I mean, you can do it anyway. Or they won't do something because they feel embarrassed as well. And I'm like, but that's me looking at it from an adult perspective of like,
just
go for it.
Yeah. We've had the life expectancy, the life fucking lessons of
fucking
going through all that shit and getting
confidence.
But see today, see in my other job, I had a fucking very big meeting to discuss shit that I do in front of big people, and I was
6
more
foot,
what?
6'5", 7 foot people.
What? What?
You say big people?
Oh right, okay.
Like
Sorry, I completely lost that one. Like that's us even on the fucking not getting the jokes. But like that, there was meant to be 7, but only 5 came, so that was fine.
It's a lot of cum.
It is, isn't it? Fucking wee bit in the eye there, mate. Still. But that's more nerve-wracking for me to sit and do than standing in front of 10,000 people doing the fucking things that we do.
I agree.
Like, that was fucking nerve.
But that's second nature now.
Mate, I've been doing the job. I do what I done today on a regular basis, but it's been over Teams for the last 2 years. I haven't conducted a meeting to that scale in about 3 years in person with people. On Teams, it's sweet. I'm sitting in my fucking room in my dressing gown, going, "Aye, sweet. Here you go, whatever."
Having a wank.
Oh, not having a wank on Teams, you know what I mean? Sometimes I flick the camera off, but like, I'll have a quick one. I'll never know. Oh, sorry, my connection dropped off there, guys. Oh, that's me getting sacked in the morning. Dave, we would like to keep your camera on at all times, please. No, you don't.
The blue tack. Is that why it was all cloudy the other day?
No, fuck the blue tack's just pure paranoia. Do you know what I mean, mate? We're celebrities now. People want to hack us. I don't want people seeing my balls.
Fuck's sake. Could you imagine getting that email? We hacked your camera. You're sitting there going, I use my phone anyway, so I wouldn't.
Oh, yeah, because you haven't got a camera on your phone. All they're going to see is your dick and your double chin.
They're going to see my double chin. I mate, release that there, me making dodgy noises. Oh, fucking hell.
That's going to be the clip this week. Just you going, me and my double chin. Done. But it is, mate, that's all the blue tack was ever about. Just paranoia of...
I know, see, from the first minute I met you and you had the wee white laptop, remember?
Yeah,
you had the tape over it.
Always had it. But it's just, it wasn't even that. It was more just, I didn't like the thought of some wee fucking random cunt just watching me.
And the NSA. No, that's not even the NSA. I know. But again, it's
just weird.
So it's against the law for your own government to spy on you.
Yeah.
So what was happening was the NSA or the what do you call it, GCHQ in the UK was spying on the Canadian ones.
Aye.
The Canadian ones are spying on the UK ones, and then the UK.
How you get round the rules.
That's what Snowden got all that info.
Have you seen the function on the iPhones now? And obviously, because I don't really believe that they're really helping you in any way, they've put this wee thing in the top left corner. It's an orange light or green light.
Yes, to tell you if it's
recording you or not. I was sitting in work earlier and took my phone out, and I wasn't using anything. You know me, I'm fucking really OCD when it comes to having all my background things closed. It has to be done.
Me too, mate.
But I took my phone out, pushed the lock button to see the time, and my light was green. And I held it there for a second. It stayed green for 30 seconds and then just went off without me touching anything. And I was like, why the fuck now are you recording? But then I was sitting talking about proper business shit and within things that are going to happen within the next year within our company. And they're like, it's a fucking weird time to be fucking listening to me now. Again, it's not anything that's going to fucking get me in trouble, but like...
I know. No, I've seen that come up in mine too, mate. It must be something that connects to or something. But, mate, see, earlier on, I said to you about... obviously, I can't say what I said to you about, but it popped up right away. Yeah. As soon as I turned my phone on, we were talking about something. Yeah. I really can't go into what it was saying, so sorry again for being vague, but me and Dave were talking about something and I opened my phone on Facebook and boom.
It was gay porn.
Oh.
Now, sure, you done that the other night as well, whenever we were talking about a meme, and then you opened up Facebook, and you're like, here, that's not meme we were talking about. Like, what?
I remember it happened the other night too, but I couldn't remember what it was. But we have been doing, like, it's actually crazy.
Yeah.
Did I say on the show before about the Wispas cat food? See, whenever I used to work in CD.
Wispas cat food? Wispas chocolate? Whiskas?
Whiskas, whatever it was. I don't own a cat again. But
These are the eyes.
So, Whiskas cat food. We were sitting in the tea room in the place I used to work. And we were all talking about like how they're spying on you, on your phone. Like targeted ads, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And a fella, James, who worked with us, says, Whiskas cat food. And I was like, what the fuck's he on about? And he just kept saying it, and I was like, hold on, I know what he's doing. So everyone, there was like 10 of us in this room eating lunch, going, Whiskas cat food. See, within an hour, when you open Facebook, we had Amazon ads for Whiskas cat food, and only James out of that crew, I said, there must have been 10 people there, owned a cat.
Aye.
And this was 5 years ago.
Like their nursery school, and they all went power drills, and they for a fucking week power drill efforts.
It's madness.
Something really mad for you since we're on the fucking whole thing, right? Now, I just want to make a disclaimer now that I am not claiming that this is anything fucking nuts. It's just the series of events that happened. I find this bizarre, right? So the child has a new storybook learning about planets and where we are in the solar system and all this other shit, right? So we read that, and I remembered, because you know me, I love the stars, love the planets. I've got the wee app that tells you where shit is. I know whenever I go out the back at night to take the dog for a piss that Mars is always going to be over there, and I know that Jupiter and Saturn should be coming now. So I was like, oh, do you want to see the planet? And she's like, okay. So we took, because it was bedtime, she was getting to do this. I was like, haha, this is great. So we showed her Jupiter on the front of the house, and it was just a wee dot. Yeah. It was class. Showed her Mars at the back of the house. And she was like, that was really great, Danny. And we had a chat. And she's like, I would love to learn more about space. And I was like, I got you, kid. I got you. I know a lot about space. So, put her to bed, went down, watched TV with Nicole, and just chilled out for a bit. Went out to take the dog for a piss, and closed the back door, and looked up and sort of was like, that was a lovely evening teaching my daughter about something I love. That was great. And as I was thinking this, there was a fucking flame just took from one part, from here to here, literally going, and I was gone. And I went, what the fuck? And Nicole came, like, I had 2 doors closed, but I exclaimed that loud that she was like, are you okay? I was like, yeah.
Was that thing that was on the...
No. This was it, right. So I'm not saying it
just
was
a shooting star kind of thing.
But I've seen shooting stars, right? It was too close to my house to be a shooting star.
Was it the green one?
No, it was a flame. It wasn't a lantern, no, because it.
Right. Okay, it wasn't in the sky. It was...
moved too quick. I was able to mark it between 2 trees. Not that it was at the trees, but it was quite close down. If it was a lantern, you would have seen it coming in from nowhere before it would have burnt out or whatever. This literally, as I was having my thought, appeared above a tree A, and got to tree B in the space of me saying, what the fuck, and was gone. And I don't know what it was, but this is the things I've always talked about. I'll never know.
How long ago was this?
2 nights ago.
Fireworks.
And I went and looked, no, it wasn't.
Still Halloween. I know maybe it didn't bang though.
But no, it didn't go up. It went from here to here.
Oh, I know what it was. It's the gateway to the next dimension.
No, but what I mean is,
no, I feel
that's the things
unexplainable.
about it. You look at, I'm not saying it's aliens and all, but you look at that and go, there's so many possibilities of what that could be, but you could debunk every single one of them. It's just amazing how the night that I was focusing on so much shit about space, that some anomaly happens to appear above my back garden when I was like, oh, that was nuts.
That's how the universe works.
Yeah.
In mysterious ways.
It's weird as fuck, man. But again, it'll annoy me being like, what was that flame? What was it? Because it did look like a fire. That was the odd thing about it. It didn't look like a ship or any of that shit. It looked like a little, like the flame emoji. Yeah. It kind of looked like that if you fucking threw it and the wind blew it. And it disappeared. That's the only way I could describe it, man. Oh, it was mad as fuck.
Well,
but yeah, the government listened to you. I see aliens and I smell like a wet dog, so I'm racist. That's been a productive evening.
And yes, we'll probably end up having 2 shows next week now, the more I think about it. Good promotion for the show, for the event.
Well, we could.
We do release one Monday, one Wednesday. There's no reason why not. Like,
give me a lot of work to do, though.
It's not. Sure.
Well, no, Thursday and Monday.
Thursday and Sunday.
Yes, no, that's fine. We'll discuss this off camera. We'll not ruin the show by having fucking schematics now at the end.
I always do that at the end.
I know you do.
But I know. Come on, help us sell this event out. Not Fazed next week with Adaro, ourselves, Subversion, Chaos Brothers, Poppy Jumper, and Slaughterhounds and Desire. So, yep, next Saturday. Tickets still available, selling well, but we want to sell it out. And if you're listening to this and you haven't got your ticket yet, or you're on the fence, please come on, help the boys out.
Get off the fence and just fucking do it.
I know, let's go. We're going to have a fucking whopper. And hopefully see you all we'll definitely see you on the podcast twice next week, I would say.
You're a dick.
But no, we'll catch you next week, and please go grab your tickets. They're in the description below. Peace out.
Laters.